Assalamu alaikum everyone. I'm Asbar Rahman, Senior Associate at LedBy Foundation, and I welcome you all to our AMS session on LedBy Accelerator. Thank you so much for joining in. And today we have our core team with us. So let me just introduce our core team. We have Dipanjali Lahiri. She's the Chief Operating Officer at LedBy. We have Fatma Chiba. She's the Program Manager at LedBy. We have Anushka Maheshwari. She's the Program Associate. And a little bit about LedBy Foundation. So you all might know about what is LedBy, but still LedBy is India's first incubator for Indian Muslim women. And our aim is to just increase the representation of the Indian Muslim women in the workforce. So our aim is actually to increase your representation in the Indian workforce. And that ultimately leads to the equitable growth of the Indian economy as well as India. Apart from, so your question will be how we do that. So we do that by our two programs. One is LedBy Accelerator program, and another one is LedBy Corporate Leaders Fellowship. So these are the two separate programs. And since we are here today for the LedBy Accelerator program, so LedBy Accelerator is a 6-month program which actually helps the Indian Muslim women between the age group of 18 to 30 years, although we are very flexible regarding the age limit, to just accelerate your career. And we provided through different workshops, that is resume building workshop, LinkedIn building workshop. And apart from that, the most important thing, providing you the correct network of empowered Indian Muslim women. So I personally believe that we all are good, we all are awesome, but it's just the right path we need. So before handing it to Anushka, let me just explain the flow of the session. So our session is actually divided in three separate phases. Firstly, we are going to talk about what is actually LedBy Accelerator program and about its detail. Second, our COO, Dipanjali Lahiri, is going to talk about the application process and what can be the potential questions you all might be revolving around your head. And last but not the least, your questions. So over to you, Anushka.
Thanks, Asba. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining in. As Asba has already mentioned, I am Anushka. I'm the Program Associate at LedBy, and I've been taking care of the Accelerator program. And I am very excited to know if we have our prospective Accelerator participants here with us. So most of you would know about Accelerator, LedBy Accelerator program, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen and take you through the flow of the program through our website, because that must be something that you have come across, have already seen. But before I do that, I will tell you a little bit as I speak. LedBy Accelerator is a professional development program that caters to Indian Muslim women between the age groups of 18 to 30 years of age. We are a little flexible about that age. This means that you could be a college-going student, a working professional, or somebody who is looking to come back to the workforce or are trying to learn new things in their professional careers. Now, what will the flow of the program look like in those 6 months is something that I'm going to tell you as I share my screen through the website. So just give me 1 second. I hope my screen is visible. If you haven't seen the website already, Dipanjali has already shared the link in the chat box. So make sure that you go through our work and our page before you actually apply. LedBy Accelerator is enabling Indian Muslim women to accelerate their career journeys. This is also our objective to actually start this program, is because we saw that there is there's a limitations of role models and leaders in the professional industry when we talk about Muslim women, right? This is something that we want to cater to and solve. And how that will happen is when we have the skills and the abilities for it, we just need the right agency and avenue to go forward. So with the help of the program, which has two major components, we try to solve that. We have more than, we attract a lot of jobs and we have over 4 to 6 applicants that receive an interview call once they are part of the accelerator program. Just a second. So what does the program offers, right? The program is divided into two major components. One is the workshop, and the second one is the mentorship framework. As for the workshops, these workshops are going to happen bi-monthly. And these workshop focuses on job readiness and your job readiness, interview preparation, and once you are in the professional field, how to excel in your workplace. Some of the modules that we cover within these workshops are like revamping your resume and your cover letter, how to have world-class resumes, how to build a LinkedIn network and create your own personal brand, which comes under applying for a job. When we're talking about interview and job readiness, we are talking about building on your strengths and weaknesses and how to leverage them when you are actually applying and acing interviews. Apart from that, the third phase of the program of the workshop, which will include something problem solving and case studies. Once you are in the job or any professional field in your career, how to ace any of the problems that you might face. These are something that you will learn with experienced facilitators and in peer learnings. That is one part of the accelerator program. Now, let me tell you how the workshops are conducted. We have some of very experienced facilitators from around the globe, which comes in with a lot of experience. And there's also a chance for you to learn and engage with peers from different parts of the country who come together, share their identities, and you get to engage and learn with each other. The second very important component of the program is the mentorship framework. One part of it is the peer-to-peer mentoring, which I've already mentioned, that you will learn and engage with each other. But one of the very crucial aspects of the mentorship program is the one-on-one office hours. By that, if you get a chance, on the website, you will see that we have more than 150 plus advisors with us who work with us from various fields. With a procedure that we have already set aside, you get to have a FaceTime one-on-one with them, and you could talk about various professional challenges and how to seek guidance from them. In terms of the program, it is a cohort-based learning. We have the cohort size is 150 participants. It is a completely virtual program. So I do hope all of you have access to a laptop and internet, because we do encourage that you are on a desktop and in a stable environment. And this program is for 6 months long. So we do expect if you are registering for it, then you will make sure that you are committed for the next 6 months. The time commitment, before I speak about the eligibility, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. In terms of time commitment, I understand that a lot of you might be working professionals or students in colleges, but we, in terms of time commitment in a month, we expect that you set aside 10 to 12 hours for the workshops or any other additional components such as assignments, etc., for the jobs, for the workshops. Before I go forward and talk about eligibility, I do want to take a pause because I realize I've spoken too much. Is there anything, any questions? All right. You can just raise your hand or put it in the chat box. Before Dipanjali tells you about the application process, there is something that I want to tell you, how you can be sure that you are an eligible participant for LedBy Accelerator program. One, being in the age group of 18 to 30 years of age, you make sure that you identify as an Indian Muslim woman. You reside in India and make sure that you can commit to all the workshops. And yes, you are aligned with the goal of the program, that you are looking to accelerate your journey with us. With that, I would like to hand it over to Dipanjali.
Thanks, Anushka. And yes, there actually was a question from a participant. I think there was a question from Mariam. And Mariam, I will take your question in a bit. And I know that there's a question from somebody from iPhone 3 as well. We'll get to questions in a short while. Hopefully, this next section should be able to answer some of these questions that have been raised. What I'm going to talk to you about today is the application itself. So if you go into our website, you will see that we have the applications, which is linked on our homepage. There is something called an apply page. And on the LedBy Accelerator page as well, you will find the application available. The first thing I would request you to do is to read the instructions of the applications, which are right at the top of the Google form that's available. Read the instructions very, very carefully. Also, make sure to go through the instructions before every section. There are about 6 to 7 sections in the Google form. The Google form itself will take you about an hour to complete. This hour includes your thinking time. Other than simple things which don't really need much thinking time, which includes your basic details, your education details, your family background, where you reside, your residential address, things like that, what will take you some time is 3 things which you should keep in mind. The first is an essay-based answer that we're looking for. And this essay-based answer will be about 250 words, no more than 250 words, up or down. Now, usually this essay-based answer you should spend some time thinking about this essay-based answer. The question is, why do you want to apply to the LedBy Accelerator program? Share with us your aspirations in life, career goals, how you feel about the program, how you feel the program will help you realize those. Now, the tip over here is to really be vulnerable when you are answering it. Don't worry about using big fancy words. Just be as honest as possible. Make sure that you are reading the question carefully, you're structuring your answer well, and really putting your honest thoughts down. We're not very worried about your grammar. So if you are wondering if you need to use big fancy language, you don't need to. But make sure that you spend some time thinking about what your aspirations are and matching it to what the program is going to deliver, and then put your answers down. So that's one area that will take you a little bit of time. The second area is a video submission. Now, this video submission is really your video submission where, again, you need a little bit of time to think through, make sure that you're professionally dressed, you're thinking about a structured response. The question that we're asking you as part of your video submission is, why do you want to be a part of this program? And how will the LedBy Accelerator program help you overcome one of the challenges that we've listed down? We've listed down 4 challenges. The first is if you're looking to identify a career path. The second is if you know your career path, but you want a job. The third is if you're trying to find a tribe of Indian Muslim women like you. And the fourth is if you're looking for mentors or role models. Identify one of these paths that will help you grow as you are a part of the LedBy Accelerator program. Again, think about this, structure it, calmly record yourself and update it. Now, a question that I know a lot of you have asked us on Instagram and on email is that, what if you're uncomfortable showing your face on camera? That's absolutely okay. We do respect your decision. What we will do is the video submission is mandatory, but as an option for you, you can choose to wear your hijab, you can choose to wear your niqab, or you can choose to cover your face. That's absolutely all right. But we do need a video submission. This is a mandatory part of our application. The third area that will take you a little bit of time is your resume. Again, don't worry about making a big fancy resume. Don't worry about buying templates, because there are templates which are available at cost. Don't worry about any of that. All you need to do is you need to make sure that you have your professional areas mentioned, your educational areas mentioned, some basic details on your resume. That's all we really require. And this needs to be updated and uploaded on the Google form. The other thing to make sure that the naming convention is accurate. We have given you all of these instructions in the Google form itself. The three main areas, again, I'm going to quickly recap, which will take you a little bit of time, is your essay-based answer, your video submission, and your resume. Other than that, I think you should be fairly comfortable answering some of the basic questions that we've asked. Make sure to keep an hour handy, 1 hour handy to get your applications in place, and then the rest is up to us. I also do want to stress that we are reviewing applications on a rolling basis. So the sooner you apply, the sooner your profile can be qualified to the next round. The next thing I do want to mention as a very basic tip for everybody is that, hey, we're not looking for the best candidate. If you're a topper in your class, or if you're an average student, don't worry about it. We're not looking for the best. We're looking for people who have the potential, who can commit to the program, and who can dedicate their time. With that, Azba, I'm going to hand it back to you to just help us walk us through some of the questions that we're going to get. This is our time to now answer any questions.
Okay, perfect. So Dipanjali, before I hand it over to our applicants, I would like to ask something. What does it mean to be the fully funded program? Because I know most of you have asked that what is the fee of the program? What is the cost of the program? Have I need to pay anything? So if you can emphasize a little bit on it.
Yeah. So really good question. And this is something that we stress on multiple times. What fully funded means is that it means that it's free of cost. You have to pay no fee to this program. When you enroll in this program, we don't ask for anything other than your time. Your time is our fee to us. So every month you need to dedicate between 8 to 10 hours on your sessions, on the pre-work, on engagement. That's the commitment that we need for you. There is no fee. There is no monetary remuneration that we are asking of you.
Perfect. So now we are opening up to the questions. So if you have any questions, any queries, you can ask, and don't think, okay, it's too stupid or it's something I cannot ask. It's your safe space. So LedBy is your safe space. So yeah, iPhone 3, I don't know what's your name. So you can just unmute yourself and what's your question? Go ahead.
Okay, hello. Hi, I'm Nafisa. Am I audible?
Yeah, Nafisa, completely.
Yeah. So the thing is that mine is not the common question. Mine is a bit special case. So this is the thing that last year I had applied to this accelerator program and your one year long program also, but then I was not shortlisted. Then I don't know what was the reason. So first of all, the thing is that I'm not fit into your eligibility criteria. My age is more than that. Now I once this Ruha ma'am, she was on a tour and she came to Ahmedabad. I'm from Ahmedabad. So I had one-to-one talk with her and I just pointed out my points that I'd applied to this. Mine is a special case, but then I was not shortlisted. So she said that whenever next time you're applying, just ping me the message and I want you to join this program. So I would like to shorten my story. And I did my graduation before 10 years. After like a break of 10 years, I again did my master's. And then I was searching for jobs and all this thing. Right now I'm working with Sterling Diagnostics as a content writer. So the thing is, before applying, I just want to know that am I eligible because my age is 33?
I'm very happy to answer that question. And I'm so glad that you mentioned that you met with Ruha. Yeah. Anushka mentioned as she was talking about the eligibility criteria. While we do say that our program is best suited for Indian Muslim girls between the age group of 18 to 30 years old, we are flexible. Yeah. So if you are 33 years old, absolutely go ahead and apply. There is nothing stopping you. Make sure that the responses that you are giving are structured, they are well written, it is aligning with what you're looking for in terms of a career goal for yourself. So again, to shorten my response, yes, please go ahead and apply.
Okay, sure. See, if I'm not getting shortlisted because of my some of the things which I'm missing out, that's okay. But because if like age is the factor, then it's better that I back out.
It's not going to be a factor.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Asba, there was also a question actually that Mariam had asked with regard to age. If I can just answer that question. So her question was, and this is Mariam Syed, she says, why is there an age limit for applying? So the reason why we have an age limit is because our program is actually designed for entry level and young professionals, which means entry to mid-level career professionals. That's why we have an age limit. Now, if you are somebody who's got 7 to 12 years of experience, if you're looking to become a senior associate or a CEO of an organization, this program is not going to be suited for you. And the reason that is because your requirements are going to be completely different. So hence, we say that this program is for young professionals. So anybody who's starting off in their career, anybody who's in their middle stages of their career, that's why this particular program is applicable to you. Mariam, I hope that that answers your question.
Okay, so Dipanjali, the next question is there any specific course that is taught in the accelerator program? Maria Khan asked it.
Sure. So, Maria, when you say a specific program, let me actually throw a little bit more light as to what Anushka was talking about. There are 3 things that we do as part of the program very broadly. We tell you how and where do you apply for jobs? How do you successfully apply for these jobs? And the third is, what do you do when you join the workforce? In terms of specificity, one of the things that we do is we train you up on workshops. Some of the workshops are resume and cover letter writing. We have workshops on LinkedIn networking. We have workshops on feedback sessions, on being a good mentor-mentee. How do you problem solve in a very structured way? So all of these workshops are available, and that is the specific course that we're going to be training you up on. The trainers are established professionals from the industry who have real world knowledge, and they are the ones who are going to train you up on this. I hope that that answers the question.
Okay, so Dipanjali, the next question is, please let me know whether people who are currently not working eligible or not.
Absolutely. So this program, and we should have specified that in the beginning. So this program is not just for people who are in college, who are working, or who are wanting to change their career tracks. This is also for somebody who's confused. This is also for somebody who is not currently working. So if at any stage of your life if you don't have a career path, you're trying to figure a career path, this program is eligible for you as well. So even if you're not working, go ahead and apply, but make sure to answer the questions very, very clearly in a structured manner as you're going through the application.
Thank you, Dipanjali, for throwing light on it. And any more questions? If you have. So Dipanjali, a question from my side is, we have mentioned that we need participants to be residing in India. So why is it so? Why so special condition?
That's a really good question. And the reason we do that is because all our programs are conducted virtually, which means they're conducted through Zoom, and they are conducted in the India Standard Time. So which means that we are conducting it while we're in India. Now, ideally, if somebody is based in India, you can join an evening class or a morning class. We've seen that somebody who is residing outside of India, because of the time zone differences, it becomes really challenging. This is from the experience that we have had, which is why we do insist that people do reside in India. And only if you're here for the next 6 to 8 months, up to a year, you do apply for this particular program.
Our next question is, Reshma is asking, is there any language barrier?
I won't say that there's a barrier, but our programs are conducted in English, which means that you need to have a good command over reading, writing, and understanding of English, because our programs are conducted and delivered in English.
And another question can be, Sanya asks, what if I miss any one program? So basically it's about any one session.
So this is an attendance related question. Our programs or our workshops are designed in a structured manner, which means that if you miss one, you are most likely going to miss a large component of the module itself. We do understand, and attendance is 100% mandatory. We do understand that emergencies may occur, but we do need for you to tell us and have a valid reason as to why you're missing a session. If you do miss more than 2 sessions, you will be removed from the program. And the reason why we do that is because you miss large components of the module and it becomes really hard for you to catch up. Hence, we do encourage you to have 100% attendance in the program.
So Dipanjali, another question is by Saharish. I'm in my last semester of LLM. I want to know how this program will help me. So it's basically if a person is belonging to a particular field, engineering, medical, or different fields, how it's going to help them overall.
Yeah. Great. So one of the ways, and you'll see that, Saharish, if you are applying, you'll see that there is a question in the application about where you want to build your tribe. It could be that you want to build your tribe in the legal field. So you select that as an option. You may want to build your tribe in social impact, if that's an area that you're interested in. So the one way that we can support you is to provide you with other like-minded women who are studying the same in the same area like you. We can also connect you with mentors who have achieved, a significant amount in the career that you may be pursuing. So the program is going to provide you a tribe, a network, and is going to build your confidence and help you in whatever area that you are hoping to succeed in.
And I would like to add in a very layman words, like there are certain things which we all need. For example, resume, SOPs, LinkedIn profile. So it's going to be the same criteria for everyone. So it doesn't matter if we're belonging to a management field or LLM field, or maybe in law, medical. So these are some of the things which is being included in the accelerator program, and that's why it's a wholesome program for anyone. So yeah. So next question can be, Dipanjali, after how many days of submitting the application can we expect a response or a result?
Okay, happy to take that one question, and then we can hand it to Anushka. So the final results or the round 2 results, sorry, not final, but the round 2 results will be announced in the second week, between the first and the second week of February. Because we are doing rolling applications, some of you can expect results by the end of January, but to be on the safe side, do expect results for the next round, which is round 2, between the first and the second week of February.
Cool. Now, this question is for Anushka. How much time should I spend for programs?
Okay, so apart from the course of the program that is 6 months, there are going to be 2 workshops every month. Each workshop on an average is for the duration of 2 to 2.5 hours, depending on the module that we are covering. And for every workshop, there is some assignment in terms of pre or post work. So on an average, for these 2 workshops in 1 month, we spend about 10 to 12 hours in the entire month only towards LedBy. And that is a commitment that I hope you all will be able to do.
Perfect. And Sarish is asking another question. What is the timing and duration of each session?
So usually we used to have weekend classes, but as we go forward, you will be asked to choose between two batches from either of the two batches, whatever you're comfortable with. It could be a weekday batch and a weekend batch. Now the timings differ. Sometimes we have, on, for example, on Saturdays or on any of the weekdays, we will have these workshops in the evening, starting somewhere around 5 to 5:30 p.m., which will go on for about 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Whereas on Sundays, we have morning batches from, from around 10 a.m. So I hope that answers.
Yeah.
But once you, just to add one point here, once you are shortlisted from round one, you will be asked which batch you're comfortable being a part of, a weekend or a weekday batch.
Absolutely. That was a very brief and accurate answer. So another question, Anushka, will be what kind of certification we get after role session? So after like completing the program.
So it's a certificate of completion that you get once you graduate from the program. But not only that, it also gives you something we take pride in is a tribe for life and access to the mentors that we have, even once you are graduated from the program, and some very specific job opportunities which LedBy attract.
And I would like to add our certificate is actually of diploma level. So after ending the program, you'll get a certificate that you can actually use similar to a diploma level certificate. So yeah. And that was our last question. So any more questions, any more queries? If you would like to ask, here is your chance. The team is here. You can raise your hands. You can just write it down in the chat box. Okay, so if there are no more questions, thank you so much everyone for joining in. And if you would, oh yeah, Dipanjali.
Sorry, I have a direct question from Mariam. And she says that I have a prior commitment from 20th to the 26th of March from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. for training sessions. So will there be any sessions on these days? The sessions actually start in March, roughly between the second and the third week of March. And there will be 2 sessions per month that you will have to undergo. Now, what we do is we give you the option of either attending a weekday or a weekend, and that's something that you have to pre-select and let us know, and we'll put you in these batches accordingly. But if you have a commitment, which is just 6 days for now, I think you should be okay. I think you should still go ahead and apply. I'm sure we can work around your schedule as well.
I hope, Mariam, that answers your query. So any more questions, query? We are just giving 1 more minute to it. And if you feel like, you can definitely connect with us on our social media channels. You can just comment on the posts. You can DM us as well. You can write to us at akshat@ledby.org, and we'll reply within 24 hours. So with that, I would like to end this AMA session. Thank you so much, our potential LedBy participants. See you soon after joining the program, and we'll wait for you. So thank you so much for joining in. With this, I, Asbar Rahman, signing off with the LedBy team. Thank you.